12th standard, subject physics, 7th chapter, wave optics. The wave is nothing but it is an oscillatory disturbance traveling through the medium without change of form, while the branch of physics which deals with the study of light is optics. So what is actually the nature of light? So regarding the nature of light, different theories were given. According to Newton's corpuscular theory, light is emitted from any source of light in the form of extremely small particles called as corpuscles, and hence particle nature is possessed by the light according to Newton's corpuscular theory. While according to Huygens wave theory of light, light is emitted from the source of light in the form of waves, and hence wave nature will be possessed by the light according to Huygens wave theory of light. But in practice we consider the dual nature of the light, that is, sometimes light will behave as a particle, sometimes it will behave as a wave, and therefore related with this wave optics, the most important terms are wavefront and wave normal. Now what is wavefront? The locus of all the points which are in the same phase, that is which are in the same state of vibration, is called as wavefront. So the locus of all the points of the medium to which the waves reach simultaneously, so that all the points are in the same phase, is called as a wavefront. There are three different types of wavefront, that is spherical wavefront. So this will give rise to spherical wavefront. This is the plane wavefront, and third one is cylindrical wavefront. If you consider this spherical wavefront, then how it will originate? So for that, at point O, the source of light will be placed, so that this source of light which is placed at point O will emit light waves in all directions, in all possible directions. So when these waves reach to the surface of this sphere, surface of this circle, at that time all the waves which are originated from this point O will reach to the surface of this sphere at the same time, and therefore all these waves reaching the surface of this sphere are in the same phase, that is are in the same state of vibration. Similarly, if you consider this second circle, on this circle again all the waves will reach simultaneously, and therefore the locus of all the points on this sphere, on this circle, will be nothing but the wavefront. Again, next to it there is third wavefront. On this again all these points will be in the same phase, same state of vibration, and therefore this will be the next wavefront. That is, the first one is the spherical wavefront. Now this spherical wavefront is nothing but it is the whole sphere or part of sphere. If you consider only the part of this sphere, so this much part or the part of this wavefront, this will be also called as spherical wavefront. Now spherical wavefront will be obtained only when the source of light is very close. That means if the source of light is very close at finite distance, then from that source of light we will get this spherical wavefront. Now these radial arrows which are drawn, these will represent the wave normal. So the perpendicular drawn to the surface of the wavefront in the direction of propagation of light is called as wave normal. Let us go for second type. This is the plane wavefront. So 1, 2 and 3, these are the plane wavefronts, and these horizontal arrows will be nothing but wave normal. So This type of plane wavefront will be obtained only when the source of light is at infinite distance. For example, the light coming from the sun will give rise to the plane wavefront. Now, the another way to obtain like this plane wavefront is if any point source is placed at the focus of a convex lens, then also we will get the plane wavefront. So 1, 2 and 3, these are the plane wavefronts. In case of spherical wavefront, the wave normals are diverging. They are going away from each other. And in case of plane wavefront, the wave normals are parallel to each other. So if you consider third one, that is cylindrical wavefront, it will be obtained from the linear source of light. For example, if you consider tube light, it is linear and therefore it will give rise to the cylindrical wavefront. So these are the wavefront and wave normal. So wavefront will be defined as the locus of the points which are in the same state of vibration or which are in the same phase, and wave normal is the perpendicular drawn to the surface of the wavefront in the direction of propagation of light. Now, if you consider spherical wavefront as well as plane wavefront, it can be constructed geometrically, and therefore construction of plane and spherical wavefront by using Huygens principle. So for the construction of these wavefronts, Huygens gave one principle. Now according to Huygens principle, every point on the wavefront, if you consider any wavefront here, suppose this is the wavefront, then every point on this wavefront will act as secondary source of light. So this source of light which is placed at point O will act as primary source of light, and the secondary sources of light will be obtained on these wavefronts, and therefore every point on the wavefront acts as secondary source of light and sends out secondary waves in the forward direction. Now these waves which are emitted from these points on the secondary wavefronts will be called as wavelets, which will travel with the same speed of light. And then the envelope of all these secondary waves at any later instant will give us the new wavefront. That is, if you consider first one, this first wavefront, then every point on this wavefront will act as secondary source of light. Hence, it will emit secondary waves in the outward direction. So, waves will be emitted in this direction like this away from the source of light. All these waves will be emitted. Now, when these emitted waves reach to the surface of this, it will reach simultaneously here, and therefore the locus of all the points will give us new wavefront. Similarly, the points on this second wavefront again will act as secondary source of light, and hence they will emit secondary waves in the outward direction. Now when all these waves reach to the surface of next sphere here, this will be the new wavefront form. So like this, according to Huygens principle, every point on a wavefront acts as secondary source of light, sending out secondary waves in the forward direction. The locus of all these points or locus of all these new secondary wavelets or wavefronts will give rise to the new wavefront at that instant. So in order to construct these spherical as well as plane wavefronts, let us consider first of all the construction of this spherical wavefront. So this is point O at which the source S will be placed, because for spherical wavefront the source of light must be close. Now it will emit light waves in all possible directions, so that these waves will reach to this boundary of this sphere at a time, and therefore suppose at time t equal to 0, AB is the spherical wavefront. So when time t is equal to 0, the wavefront is AB and that is spherical in nature. Now every point on this wavefront AB will act as secondary source of light and hence it will emit secondary waves in the forward direction. For simplicity, we have considered only 3 points, 1, 2 and then 3, like these points we have considered here. Now these points will act as secondary sources of light and hence they will emit secondary waves in the forward direction. If you consider this point, then this point will give rise to the secondary waves. So secondary waves will travel like this. In all possible direction, secondary waves will travel. Now when these waves reach to this boundary, it will give rise to the another wavefront. So for all these points on the wavefront AB acting as secondary sources of light will emit secondary waves in the forward direction, and therefore when these waves travel in the forward direction, at that time we can draw a semi-sphere with center as that selected point and radius equal to Vt. So Vt, that will be nothing but the radius of each sphere, which will be nothing but the distance covered by the secondary waves in the forward direction. And therefore these semi-spheres will be drawn around each and every point on this wavefront AB, so that if we draw the tangential curve to this semi-spheres, then it will form another wavefront, that is A dash B dash. So this will be the new wavefront form. Then in this case, this distance is nothing but the radius of that semi-spheres equal to Vt, where V is the speed of light in that medium. Next to it again, the points on this A dash B dash will also act as secondary sources of light. They will emit secondary waves in the forward direction, and again next to it we can construct another spherical wavefront. So like this, one by one spherical wavefronts will be formed in case of the construction of this spherical wavefront. Then we will go for next construction, that is construction of this plane wavefront. So for this plane wavefront, the source of light will be far away from us. It will be at infinite distance, and therefore let us consider at any instant of time t equal to 0, AB is the plane wavefront. According to Huygens principle, again every point on this wavefront AB will act as secondary source of light, and hence it will emit secondary waves in the forward direction. And that's why we have considered some of the points here like this. These are some of the points. Only 3 points are selected here. So every point is acting as secondary source of light. Now this point will now emit secondary waves in all possible directions in the forward direction. So like this it will form secondary waves. So secondary waves will be formed. Similarly this point will also give rise to waves in the forward direction like this, so that when all these secondary waves emitted from all these points reach to a distance equal to Vt, then again we can draw the spheres with radius equal to Vt and centers as these selected points. So for these semi-spheres, the tangential line will be A dash B dash, and that will be the new wavefront form at time t is equal to capital T. So AB is the first wavefront form, A dash B dash will be the new wavefront obtained here. Further again, every point on this A dash B dash will also act as secondary source of light, and further again we can construct another plane wavefront. So in this way, at time t is equal to 0, if any wavefront is given, then after some time t equal to capital T, we can construct new wavefront, either spherical wavefront or plane wavefront. But remember, for spherical wavefront, always the source of light will be close, and for plane wavefront, the source of light will be far away from us.